Vancouver. What a ride. Eras tour ends here. Vancouver is also a city where a lot of stuff happened for me. The greatest story I'm going to tell you happened right here. So there's two friends of mine, Michael Johnson and Gregory Brown. Today, when I was 24 years old, these guys come running up to me and they go, "Yo, TK," that's what they call me, "this great idea." And I go like, "What's the idea?" My business partner at the time was the wealthiest guy in the world. So like now you got Elon Musk and, Jeff Bezos, Amazon, and all those guys. So he was from Saudi Arabia, and his name was Adnan Khashoggi. There was a premier in Ontario by the name of Bill Davis. He was the longest running premier of Ontario. And I went to him and I said, "Hey, Mr. Davis, I like to bring my business partner to Ontario and show him our technology."
Our trade last year in total was $41 billion out. That was our export only. Yeah. And so the importation would have been just about the same, about 37 to 40 billion. So about 80 billion of the 90 billion would come out of Ontario.
We're modest, sir, but this is where the action is.
I introduced him to a company called Spire Aerospace.
Spire is a leader in aerospace technology. Mr. Khashoggi enjoyed performing the simulated capture of an errant satellite in Spire's full-sized mock-up of the space capsule. He then donned special protective clothing before entering an environmentally sensitive area where he was shown the complicated processes involved in constructing the arm.
What they were looking from me is what they called walk-around money. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to come up with an idea. Then you're going to need the next stage of that idea, and that's called walk-around money. Walk-around money is basically, a couple of $100,000, maybe a couple of $1 million, and it allows you to go around the world, meet people, and present your ideas in order to get the big institutions who have a lot more money, basically hundreds of billions, to invest. I call Stuart Smith from my office. "Stu, what do you think?" And he goes, "Wow, yeah, we should do this." So I write a check and I give it to these guys and they run around. And right here in Vancouver, there's a guy called Lal Gandhi. Lal comes up and he puts some people together and they do the next round of financing. And guess what, guys? Space shuttle goes up, pluck the satellite, put it back in the space shuttle, bring it down to Earth, refurbished it. And then the Chinese, they had this rocket called the Long March rocket. And so we put it on the Long March rocket and we shot the satellite up. But we wanted to put the satellite in a geo-orbit, and all satellites have a stationary position or they're orbiting, right? So this one had a stationary geo-orbitical positioning. So it just stayed in one place. The place it stayed in, up in space, had a footprint. All satellites have an area that they beam their signals down to. So this satellite reached a footprint, the largest footprint in the world. It reached 1 billion people. We beam up the satellite, it's got 1 billion people, and guess what, guys? The first thing we put up on there, MTV. Boom! That's what happened. Hey, Travis, this is for you, man. Like Taylor's boyfriend, Travis, says, shoot for the stars, and you never know where you're gonna go. And look where he is. He's with the biggest star in the world. He better win today, boy, because, coming up, Christmas, Steelers and Omar Khan. Peace out.